Hello, my friend. It's Coleraine or Coleraine Tarot here on YouTube. My pronouns are they, them. And I hope you don't mind the road noise in the background, but I'm in a different oak forest than in my last video. I recently relocated to a place that has a lot more natural sights, and I'm really glad to have that access. And I'm really happy that I could share that with you. So I'm going to be taking you on a couple different journeys in the upcoming months as you watch my videos. So this video today is going to center around healing for relationship wounding. I just came across something that astrologically there's been a lot of pressure on the sign of Libra, and for the collective that means that we're all going through a lot of shifts in our personal relationships. And yeah, I'm just feeling like I'm personally in an energy that's sorry, there's a fly. That's really attuned to doing this kind of work at the moment, because I've been doing it for myself as well. So I just want to share this with you. And yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this for you today. So I'm going to get out some matches. Sorry if I'm like swatting at things. I just don't want the flies in my face, but we're going to start by setting an intention to be in proper relationship with everything, even these flies, because you know it's summer, they're going to be out. But to be in proper relationship with everything. Oftentimes these dysfunctional relationships in our lives, they mimic other relationships. So we're having with our bodies, with our environments, with our communities, with our family, with other friends. And so it's really important for us to take into account that we can use energy healing to work on not just our human relationships, but also these other relationships that we're wanting to change, whether it be our relationship to the stores that we shop at, our relationship with ourselves as, I guess, consumers too, because it's a really big part of, at least where I'm living in the US with capitalism. But there's also a relationship that we have to the plants and the animals and the sun and the astrological bodies that are out there, the planets, the stars. So there's many things that we can be in relationship to. So I want to open that intention. And we're going to be using these matches. These are just basic matches. I know it's not very aesthetically pleasing, but they work. So and I'm going to light this, and we're going to use the frankincense, this beautiful Oro Shika frankincense, to just cleanse and clear the space. So please, spirit guides of wisdom, compassion, truth, and alignment, if I can get this lit, please come through and assist us. Oh no, we have to light everything. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this lit with this. Aha. Okay. So, guides of compassion, wisdom, truth, and alignment, please come through and help us to open the space for cleansing the relationship patterns, the wounds from relationships in our lives. Please use this smoke as a holy vessel to cleanse and clear. Calling in your guides of wisdom, compassion, truth, and alignment. And my guides of wisdom, compassion, truth, and alignment. And every other ascended master, ancestor, force of benevolence and love that would like to assist in this healing session today. And I'm going to set this off to the side so that it may burn throughout our session. this in this space. So I'm going to start with some water. I'm being called to cleanse the throat, the heart, and the solar plexus. Using the beauty and the power of water. So open if you want, just open your neck, drop your shoulders, and take a deep breath in as I begin this cleansing. Going up to the third eye and the crown, and even up above the head to the soul star, to just open up and loosen any energy cords. I'm also bringing this down to the sacral and the root, because relationships are intense. They can really get us energetically attached to things in all different chakra points. So, and then I'm just going to do one last little clearing of the Earth Star for you. Your guides are showing you that, the guides that are here. That sometimes these can be past life attachments that are from the Earth itself. So, start sweeping with the selenite to help to illuminate the subconscious mind. Imagining this being like little shock waves. Sorry, these flies are a little incessant. Little shock waves out through the aura. Clearing any blockages in the throat. Balancing and neutralizing any harsh polarities that exist as we go up into the third eye. Things that keep us in an us versus them mentality. Pulling it down into the heart to help awaken the compassion. And also to open up space for establishing clear boundaries as we're clear about how the energies that we're accepting into our lives are affecting our heart space. Allowing you to allocate more time for the things that you love, because those relationships with ourselves are really important, where we invest in, our passions, the things that we love. Sorry, gotta give myself a hug. Maybe you should give yourself a little squeeze right now too. And just tell yourself it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. If you're struggling in relationships right now, it's alright if you make mistakes. Or if you're behaving in a way that, you regret even the same day. You're learning. It's important to know that you can make these mistakes. I'm going to tap on this a little more. I want you to feel these little streams of golden light energy coming in through the crown. And I want you to notice where you feel them being distributed in your body. Where do you feel this energy heading within your aura, within your physical form? Is there anywhere that needs a bit more of your attention in your body? I know for me, a lot of times that can be, grounding my energy down into the root. And I'm feeling like for some of you, you need to focus on that area, down in the hips. So I'm gonna just be cleansing down in that area. Especially down in the sacral, because it feels like there's a lot of old emotional baggage in there. So So I'm actually going to move to this Chalcedony point, and this is like a lavender kind of color. It's like a soft pink almost. And Chalcedony is known as a crystal of fellowship. So I'm just going to take this crystal and lightly draw some Reiki symbols around you to begin to cut cords and to bring in an energy of healing, or again opening you up to setting good boundaries if you need to. If the boundary is that the person, needs to be out of your energy completely, then may this energy work help you, and so it is. But if it's not that extreme and it's just a shift that needs to be made, let's allow that energy to take on that Libra energy, right, of balance, but also of cardinal air. I hope that noise isn't too disruptive. I am right kind of next to a busy street. Using that energy to uplift and bring a positive forward movement of change. I'm just going to tap this into your aura to bring in more love, more joy into the heart. Kind of opening like a golden Merkaba into the chest and spinning. So that those relationships that you are meant to invest in at this point in your life, whenever you're finding this, so that they are built on a foundation of joy and receptivity and generosity. And self-knowledge too. Being able to be aware of yourself, know what you want, know what you need, know what's good for you. Just to help with this process. Now I'm going to bring in some rhodonite or rhodochrosite. I don't know exactly what this one is, but either way, this crystal is definitely for some emotional healing, and I'm just going to be rolling this over your aura. And if anything that feels traumatic or upsetting comes up for you as this energy is getting moved around, it's like I'm massaging out some of these cords to memories, to places, to people, maybe even cords to energy dynamics that we can form with other people. And if you hear anything hitting the crystal, it's my hematite ring, which actually is kind of helpful for this energy. I'm just massaging that, especially out of the root, these lower 3 subconscious chakras. Now that these things are kind of massaged using that, I'm feeling drawn to the chrysocolla. So I have two chrysocolla pieces, and I'm just going to kind of throw them together. Create a reaction, and I'm imagining that energy sparks are kind of flying off of these and into your aura, helping to further loosen, identify, and heal. Bring healing and release. I'm kind of seeing cords that at the root, it's almost like when a plant kind of releases certain stems or pieces of it that it no longer can support. It's like there's kind of like a pinching off at the base of that branch or whatever. So this energy is just flowing into those cords that we've just opened up and begun to tease out in the energy field. And also helping any under-stimulated chakras or overstimulated chakras to find balance. finally, I'm going to bring through some very earthy energies. This is a carnelian, and this is an aragonite. I'm going to use these to just balance and cleanse the lower chakras. And while I do this, I want to invite you to breathe deeply, taking a big inhale, holding at the top, and release. And you can do this out your nose or your mouth. So breathe in, hold at the top, and breathe out. Okay, now I think we're finally ready for some cutting. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to take this chalcedony again with some prehnite, because the prehnite has epidote in it. And so this is a really great, loving, healing energy, but it also reaches through into our etheric body. It's not just the physical, it's like the way that our physical body reveals the spiritual. And so I'm going to just kind of go like this, wherever I'm feeling. These cords need to be gently pinched. Don't do. There's definitely some cords behind. After this session, I just want to invite you to either spend some time in nature. It can be 5 minutes outside of your house, or longer if you want. I also encourage you to do some kind of a cleanse, whether that be taking a shower, changing something in your diet temporarily, taking a cleanse from social media, or watching TV. Feeling a lot in the heart space right here. And a lot of pain potentially coming out. Another type of cleanse that you can do is drinking a lot of water, ingesting water. And I actually think even if you don't feel like cleansing, I will recommend drinking lots of water to integrate this session. And I'm feeling like we need to start wrapping this up. So now that I've pulled that out, I'm just going to smooth over your aura really quickly with the selenite again. Just inviting you to breathe deep. Or place your hands into an area where you really felt like this session was affecting. Maybe it's your root, maybe it's your sacral. For some of you, I'm hearing solar plexus. Your personal power needed to come back. I'll actually focus some Reiki symbols into the solar plexus, they're telling me. For a lot of you, it was going to be that heart and the crown that was being affected quite a bit. So, I'm going to close this session with a little bit of conscious healing. And I'm going to read you something from All About Love by Bell Hooks. So, please, Spirit, as we close out this session, please give me an indication of where the viewers of this Reiki session, the ones who are participating in their healing, what they need to hear right now as it relates to this session. Community, loving communion. And this is a quote by Parker Palmer, and it says, "Community cannot take root in a divided life. Long before community assumes external shape and form, it must be present as a seed in the undivided self. Only as we are in communion with ourselves can we find community with others." Okay, so I'm going to read you this first page. I don't want to read too much. Actually, I'm being called into where I had my bookmark. Shout out to my friend Emily, Erudition. showing great knowledge. So this is going to be something important. Okay, I'm being drawn to this sentence, and it says, however, friendship is the place in which a great majority of us have our first glimpse of redemptive love and caring community. Learning to love in friendships empowers us in ways that enable us to bring this love to other interactions with family or with romantic bonds. A dear friend's mother died when she was just a young adult. Once, when I was complaining about my mother fussing at me, she shared that she would give anything to hear her mother's voice scolding her. Encouraging me to be patient with my mother, she spoke of the pain of losing her mother and wished they had worked harder to find a place of communication and reconciliation. Her words reminded me to be compassionate, to focus on what I really enjoy about my mother. In friendship, we are able to hear honest, critical feedback. We trust that a true friend desires our good. My friend wants me to relish the presence of my mother. Often we take friendships for granted, even when they are the interactions where we experience mutual pleasure. We place them in a secondary position, especially in relation to romantic bonds. This devaluation of our friendships creates an emptiness we may not see when we are devoting all our attention to finding someone to love romantically or giving all our attention to a chosen loved one. Committed love relationships are far more likely to become codependent when we cut off all our ties with friends to give these bonds we consider primary our exclusive attention. I have felt especially devastated when close friends who were single fell in love and simultaneously fell away from our friendship. When a best friend chose a mate who did not click with me at all, it caused me heartache. Not only did they begin to do everything together, the friends she stayed closest to were those he liked best. The strength of our friendship was revealed by our willingness to confront openly the shift in our ties and to make necessary changes. We do not see each other as much as we once did, and we no longer call each other daily, but the positive ties that bind us remain intact. The more genuine our romantic loves, the more we do not feel called upon to weaken or sever ties with friends in order to strengthen ties with romantic partners. Trust is the heartbeat of genuine love. And I feel like that's where we need to stop. Trust is the heartbeat of genuine love. I'm just imprinting this beautiful statement through your aura. Trust is the heartbeat of genuine love. And I'm going to pull a final oracle message. Do you guys see that? That's a coyote. Yes, be true to yourself. And remain remain in your sanctified bonds with those who you trust. Wow, that was beautiful. That coyote was like so close to me. I hope you saw it. Okay, and here's your message. Wow. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So yes, while you're doing this healing and integrating this session, please take some time for yourself and give yourself the chance you need to understand your personal energy. And like the quote from All About Love was saying, take that time to have communion with yourself and to know how you feel, and then be able to do what you will about it from there. I'm sending you so much love.